And welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago. We're talking the Energy Conference 2018, and just as I said, we've got some of the industry's leading experts. With me on set is Mr. Norman Christie. He's Regional President of bpTT. Mr. Christie, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning to you, and good morning to your viewers.
So just to get your esteemed perspective as we start off the show, what is your take on the global energy outlook?
Well, it's definitely improved over the last few months, but I try never to predict price. It's good that we've seen an increase in oil prices. I should caution, though, that we haven't seen the same increase in gas price, which matters even more to Trinidad and Tobago. So it'll be great if it continues on the oil side and if we see some improvement on the gas side. We're planning our business, though, as if it doesn't improve. So if it does improve, we'll benefit from it, but if it doesn't, then we're still okay.
But how important is it, Mr. Christie, to invest during harsh economic times like this?
Well, especially for Trinidad and Tobago, it's extremely important that we continue to invest because everybody's aware of the supply shortfall that's been impacting both the petrochemical plants and Atlantic. If we don't invest, then we can't turn that situation around. So even though times are hard, we have to invest so that we have the gas supply in the future that we need.
So we're at the Energy Conference. The theme for this year is collaboration. What are the implications for collaboration that you see for Trinidad and Tobago? What does collaboration mean to you to begin with when we talk about collaboration in the energy sector?
Collaboration means that all of the stakeholders work towards one objective. For me, it doesn't mean that we necessarily agree on everything, but we agree on the objective. And the objective, obviously, is to do what's right for the country. So for me, it's all of the players recognizing that we're here to benefit the country. And of course, we benefit our companies as well. They're not mutually exclusive principles. If we have that objective squarely in mind, then we come together to satisfy that objective, despite the differences that we might have in agendas or individual company objectives. We work towards the overall objective of what's really good for the country.
What does bpTT bring to the collaboration? What sort of expertise? What is your position?
Well, we've been in Trinidad and Tobago for around 50 years, over 50 years. So we do bring a lot of history and experience. And I think what we bring that's the most beneficial, though, is our people. We really do have, I believe, the best people working for us. They bring that expertise every day to work, and they're actually motivated to do what's best for country as well. When we have that on our side, then I think that's our big calling card. We have expertise, we have experience, we have the best. Fortunately, we also have some good real estate in terms of acreage as well. The Columbus Basin is still a prolific basin. So we have underground resources in people. We also have below the ground resources in terms of hydrocarbons. And so when you put that all together, I think that's an excellent offer that we bring to Trinidad and Tobago.
Now, at the past energy conferences, BP, you spoke about the intentions to invest billions of dollars in operations in TNT. Has that happened, and what has been the impact on production?
So that I can proudly say has happened in terms of our promised investment. So back in 2013, we made a pledge to spend $6 billion over 5 years. 2017 was the culmination of that promise, and that promise has definitely been kept. We made that promise, we kept that promise. We spent the $6 billion, and now we're seeing the benefits of that spend. So for example, Juniper came on stream last year. The Trinidad Region onshore compression project came on stream last year. And it's not just projects coming on stream, but we're seeing the impact on production as well. So our production is up 15% year over year, which is really significant considering the gas that's needed in Trinidad and Tobago. And we've been able to benefit NGC in terms of its gas supply to its customers by increasing the amount of gas that we send to them significantly as well.
Now, we're talking Juniper and Angeline, but what happens after that?
And that's why we have to keep investing. So we have a string of projects. We don't just think about this year and the next year. We have a plan that goes out for decades. And so we have a string of projects that we have lined up post Juniper. As you mentioned, Angeline, We have a major compression project called Cassius C, which is supposed to be after Angeline. And you may recall we had 2 exploration discoveries last year, Savannah and Macadamia. So we expect those to be developed as well. We have an ongoing rig program. We actually had 3 rigs running at one point. We'll have 2 rigs running. They will continue to drill around our facilities. And we have several other fields that we are actually considering for development, and they will come in sequence after the fields that I've just described.
Now, it's been reported that BP increased production last year. Was that the case, and how was that possible given the maturity of the fields?
Yeah, and that's the 15% increase in production I referenced earlier is in fact true, a really significant increase year over year. And that's because, as I mentioned, we continue to invest, and we know our real estate. We know the Columbus Basin. So we had, as I mentioned, 3 rigs running at one point. And then last year, the reason we had really the significant increase is that we had the 2 major projects start in the year, the Trinidad Region Onshore Compression Project and Juniper. Just those 2 projects brought 800 million standard cubic feet per day of capacity to the market. Now, I caution, not production, but capacity. There are other considerations to get to production. But that was well-needed capacity in the market, and that translated into increased production for us for the year.
Increased production for the year. We now go to a quick break. Stay with us. We will continue our discussion with Mr. Christie as soon as we get back.